Less than 10 years ago, college athletes were playing for no more than a full-ride scholarship. Now, they are earning millions of dollars just to play a game. According to Pete Nakos, who is a sports writer for On3, in his article titled NIL Timeline, Key Moments That Define the Era, which was published February 26, 2024, a high school recruit whose name was Jaden Rashada committed to Arizona State with a $13 million contract. Since then, he has not had much success and he has transferred many times. College sports NIL deals have also grown a lot, which shows that NIL is not effective. As a fan of not as large of a school, I have noticed less team success and I have also noticed less upsets. In March Madness, I have noticed a lot of smaller schools losing in the first round compared to Cinderella teams like there used to be. If you are a fan of college sports and are not a fan of the big schools, you have probably noticed less team success. This is likely due to NIL. So I believe if we want college athletics to go back to what they used to be, NIL regulations need to be put in place. NIL stands for name, image, and likeness, and it is a form of paying players, and it was originally designed as an advertising thing, but it has continued to grow, and now it is basically just paying players to play the sport. So I'll be going over three main aspects that are affected by NIL, and that is 1, the schools, 2, the players, and 3, the fans. So the first point I will be going over is how the schools are affected. So the schools are not able to maintain what they're doing forever, and I think most schools would agree that NIL is good in concept, but it is out of control. So as you can see in this graph right here, this is the growth of the NIL market and the projection. So from 21 to 22, less than $1 billion were spent, and by the 25 to 26 season, $2.5 billion were spent. And this just shows that it is continuing to grow, so this would be in many, many billions of dollars within 5 to 10 years. This is not sustainable for the schools to maintain, obviously, because while they have the funds now, they don't have endless supply of money. So according to Matt Norlander, who is a college basketball writer for CBS Sports, in his article titled The $10 Million Club, College Basketball's Portal Recruiting Hits Unthinkable Levels of Financial Chaos, which was published April 17, 2025, 3 years ago, a high major star player would only cost you $400,000 in the transfer portal. Now, a low major average player will cost you that much. A high major player will cost many millions, and it shows that obviously all schools are not able to maintain this. So this is the effect of the schools. NIL is also less entertaining for the fans. So competition in college sports has largely been removed. There have been many less upsets, and it is highly pay to win. So historically good schools such as Alabama and Ohio State have had equal amount of success lately, and other schools have not grown due to NIL. And this is because they have so much more fan support. They can get more NIL donations, so they have so much larger of a budget, and they can just go out and steal all the best players from all of the smaller schools and build themselves a team that no one can beat. So the strong conferences such as the SEC and Big Ten are better. I believe the Big Ten, they had many teams with a college football roster over $40 million this year. And that is obviously not able to be maintained forever because all their schools don't have endless amounts of money. So there have been less upsets by small schools, such as in March Madness. So this graph shows there's a gap right here between the small school budget and the large school budget. And this gap, it's pretty small right here in like 2024 when NIL was just starting, but by 2026 already, just 2 years later, it is a much larger gap. So 5 years from now, when the big schools have so much more than the smaller schools, there will be no competition and it'll just be the favorite team always wins. So, according to Joe Yeager, who is a writer for Inside the Red Raiders, in his article titled, If NIL Money Isn't Capped, College Sports Can Become Corporate Sports, which was published May 17, 2024, college teams with strong corporate sponsors will become unstoppable. An example of this would be Texas Tech. They have a lot of oil funding, and they ran through the Big 12 schedule this year, and they really dominated. And then when they went to the college football playoff, beat, but they were playing schools with bigger sponsors. And like I said earlier, the historically good schools have so much NIL money and funding, they just can't be beat. And this just shows that the NIL remove so much competition and makes it so much less entertaining to watch. So while these points affected the consumers of the sport, the players are also affected. NIL can cause tension between the players on the same team. According to Barry Schollinger, writer for America Public University, in his article titled "How Has NIL Changed College Sports Like College Football?", which was published February 13, 2024, NIL can make good team morale difficult. This is because players are willing to leave for a pay increase, and there's also tension when one player is paid $5 million and one player who feels they're equally valuable is only making $1 million. This can hurt friendships and can lead to poor team performance due to not as much success. So NIL can also harm friendships between players of different sports that would be in college together. So normally they would be close because they can bond over the sport, but now, as you can see in this graph, college football players are earning 72% of total NIL, while other college sports are only earning 28%. So this could cause tension, obviously, because if you're a college basketball player and you are earning less money, but you are performing more than a college football player, you will obviously be jealous. So the athletes also, when they get this money, it doesn't set them up well for their future, because most college athletes don't go on to professional leagues, so they will be used to having large amounts of money to blow, and if they don't have this income in the future, they will not know how to handle it. These athletes often make irresponsible decisions for themselves, and they could end up very bad for them, and it is not a good path for them to go down. So in conclusion, I think this evidence shows that NIL needs change, and it is not just affecting the fans of the sport, it is also affecting the players negatively, who it is advertised to be beneficial for. So I think whether you are a fan of whether you're a fan of college athletics or you just watch them sometimes, I think you should feel that NIL needs change, and it is not successful, and it was not a good program. Thank you.